chute, so not ready to go yet. Ryan Alexander, I am just so impressed with this young man. He turned 21 on Tuesday, and what a birthday present it would be if he could snag a second Australian title. Of course, he is the reigning AMCAR Australian title. He won that at Latrobe Speedway here in Tasmania in March last year. Pursuit goes to the infield. We're going to go green this time. Cars are in turn 3. Alexander and Nichols are your front row. Out of 4 they go. We're green. Up into 1. Side by side. Nichols on the outside. Gets a great run off too. Absolutely slingshots onto the back straight. Pulls a gap. Down into turn 3, the pit turn into Wiley Tiles turn. It's David Nichols, Ryan Alexander, Corey Smith has got the job done into 3rd place at the moment. Darren Kane is 4th. Then we go back to Wayne Dillon, Wayne Randall and John Innes as our leader exits 4 to complete lap 2. It's Nichols, Alexander, get back to Corey Smith who's got Darren Kane in close attention to him. Through turns 1 and 2 they go. Problems for Nichols. Out. Gave the wall a rub. Let's the NZ machine of Ryan Alexander through. Real problems for the Nichols car. The Tasmania 3 machine is all over the place. Corey Smith gets down through. Takes over 2nd place. Nichols back to 3rd. Then Kane, Dillon, Randall and Innes. That's your order as they come round to complete lap 4. The NZ machine of Alexander leads away. Problems for Wayne Dillon there in turn 4. Gets himself all sorted. Rejoins the racetrack. Ryan Alexander. Gap was 2.4 seconds last time across the line. He goes across now to complete lap 5. Corey Smith, David Nichols, Darren Kane, Wayne Randall. Not much between them as Kane gets down the inside of Nichols. Takes over 3rd place. A good move there from Darren Kane in the Ian Botcher Race Parts machine. He's up into 3rd. Alexander, half race distance, leads away from Smith, Kane, Nichols, Randall, Innes and Dillon. That is the order at the halfway stage of this one. Our race leader crosses the line. He led by 3.1 seconds last time. What is the gap now? It's out to 3.8. Alexander is checked out. He's in another postcode. As now Darren Kane works over the back of Corey Smith, the purple 16 car of Corey Smith. We know he's a good operator, but he's absolutely being blowtorched at the moment by Darren Kane. 8 laps completed. Our race leader leads by 3.8 seconds. He's clear. Kane now on the inside of Smith. Off turn 2. Side by side down into 3. Dillon has a spin in turn 4. And we yellow.
Yeah, that was a pretty scary moment for our race leader, Ryan Alexander. Wayne Dillon, who Ryan was coming up to lap, had his 2nd spin of the race just in front of our leader, Ryan Alexander, on the anchors. And very lucky to get away with that one.
Some more Super Sedan racing in the big shows, and of course a couple of big shows in the AMCAR as well. Green flag being prepared as they exit turn 2 and roll down the back straight. Alexander, Corey Smith, Darren Kane, David Nichols, Wayne Randall, John Innes and Wayne Dillon. That is your order. 7 down, 5 left to go in this 4th heat. Exiting turn 4 and we're green for the restart. Across the line and Alexander leads the way from Corey Smith. Darren Kane didn't make a great start, but better than Nichols. He coughs up a spot, or does he? Fighting hard there with Wayne Randall. And I'm just wondering if the sun might be a bit of an issue there as they head down the back straight. Across the line, 8 down, 4 to run. Alexander, Smith, who's got Kane right with him as they exit turn 2. Good run from Kane down the back, side by side. Goes deep under Blakes, takes over 2nd spot, then washes out. Can Corey Smith get back down under him? No, he can't. So with 9 down, 3 to run, it's Alexander. Kane as Corey Smith has a spin in turn 2. And that will bring out the yellows. Yes, it does. Good pass going on there. Just a lap before that from Darren Kane. Took the opportunity.
At the time they only ever had one argument. How about that for a relationship? Yeah, no, nothing like that. Had a great relationship and still friends to this day, and great to see Wayne still campaigning in the Super Sedan ranks.
We're about to go green for the restart. 3 laps left to go. Ryan Alexander, Darren Kane and Wayne Randall, your top 3. We are green and away we go. 3 laps left to go. The youngster from South Australia turned 21 on Tuesday and he races with the maturity of a 35-year-old man. I've got to tell you, he has all the skills that you could ever want to drive a race car. Off turn 4, 2 to go. Alexander, Kane, get back then to Wayne Randall, David Nichols with the next one, then Wayne Dillon, Corey Smith and John Ennis. But the pressure's on for Alexander, makes a little mistake in turn 3. Does he cough up the lead? No, hangs on, 1 to go. White flag is out, up through turn 1. Ryan Alexander and Darren Kane, they checked out from Wayne Randall. He's in third, comfortably but well back. Down in turn 3, Alexander gets all out of shape once again, but he'll do enough and he'll hang on and take heat 4 of the Australian Super Sedan Championship. Alexander wins from Darren Kane. Wayne Randall comes home for third. David Nichols, Wayne Dillon, Corey Smith and John Ennis rounds out the field. And the fastest lap of that race was David Nichols at a 14.853, which is pretty quick compared to some of the quick times we've seen in other heats.
Yeah, we're very fast and geez, you had to pedal hard there in the concluding stages. Ryan Alexander had Darren Kane, former 2-time national champion, right on his back bumper, and that was a thrilling climax to the final heat race of the opening round of the 2015 Tas Truck Refinishing Australian Super Sedan Championship. And the NZ machine heading to talk to Guy Thompson.
Yeah, yes, as always, it'll take him a few moments to get the helmet and hands and ice, etc. off. They do wear a lot of safety gear, and it does take them a moment to get it off, pulling up in front of the podium there, the Tas Truck Refinishing podium. We do thank Steve Jessup and his team from Tas Truck Refinishing who have got behind us this weekend for the Australian title. Guy, you're down there with the man who turned 21 on Tuesday, young Ryan Alexander.
Thanks very much, Andrews, and down here in the NZ-sponsored 36 car. Ryan Alexander, happy 21st birthday, mate.
Thank you very much.
That was certainly an excellent drive. You got some pressure from the other 36 towards the end of that race, but you certainly handled it quite well.
Yeah, the car was pretty good up there on top. I made a couple of bad mistakes during the end there, which kept him close, but we made the most of our front row start for the weekend because I've been pretty bad at those lately.
Last time here you didn't get past 13, but you're certainly looking pretty good tonight, mate.
Yeah, the car feels very good, the complex is great, and everyone around here is so friendly and helpful.
You got some people on the team you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Peter Lowe for setting the car up, Mike for doing the engine and fixing it during the week after we had a few issues, Dad, Dennis, Dave, Rod, Martin and Shannon for flying over, NZ, West Torrens Dyno, AckermanRemovals.com, the Hoist Man, Gavin and everybody else that helps out. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Ryan, and all the best for the weekend, mate. Back to you, Andrew.
Thanks, Guy.
Ryan, not a bad way to start an Australian title campaign for you guys, holding out one of the best in Australia in Darren Kane for the duration of that heat race.
Yeah, it was a pretty good heat race for us. We managed to win one off the front row. We've been pretty bad the last 3 weeks down here. But other than that, the car was pretty good everywhere we ran, and yeah.
Not much more to say than that apart from she's a fantastic looking car. The crew's hard at work behind it. Obviously, it's a big deal you guys jumping up the Super Sedans and running so strong.
Yeah, definitely. The crew guys have done an amazing job putting a new body on it for us this week because it was pretty second-hand after the last few weeks, and stepping up from Amcas, it's a pretty big job for us to come and travel around like we have, but pretty happy the way we've been going so far.
Best of luck for the rest of the night, mate. She looks like a rocket ship at the moment. Fingers crossed it stays that way.
Yeah, thank you very much.